आज हमने सोचा कि हम अपने शो पे उन्हें कास्ट करते हैं जो सबको कास्ट करते हैं।
So please welcome the man himself, Mr. Shubham Gaur. स्टार्ट करते स्टार्ट से। So first of all, I would like you to introduce what casting director is.
हर कंपनी में एक एचआर होता है जिसका काम होता है एक सही इंसान को उस गद्दी पे बिठाना। तो फिल्मों में भी ऐसा ही होता है। यशराज फिल्म्स हैज अ ओपनिंग ऑफ अ कास्टिंग असिस्टेंट। आई आस्क्ड हिम कि भाई ये क्या होता है? तो उसने बोला कि मैंने भी 2 दिन पहले ही ज्वाइन किया है, बट मजा आ रहा है, तू आ जा। यश चोपड़ा साहब मुझे ऐसे ही चलते हुए मिले थे। While I was leaving, he asked me कि I said where do I have to come? She said you have to come to Anurag Kashyap's office. After Anurag Kashyap, I didn't hear a word. Ludo was fantastic. We got the opportunity to work with Anurag Basu, who's a genius in its own right. जो गाते हैं परदेसी परदेसी जाना। Now these kids are from मुंब्रा। अंधेरी से उनको पकड़ना था। अब वो किस डिब्बे में बैठते हैं ये बाहर बैठ के तो पता नहीं चलेगा।
Hi, this is Palak Khan and welcome to the Cover Story with Palak Khan, produced and presented by FK Media and Productions. So let me introduce our today's guest with all of you is a special one. अब आप बोले कि हमारे सारे गेस्ट स्पेशल होते, yes, सारे गेस्ट हमारे लिए स्पेशल होते। आज हमने सोचा कि हम अपने शो पे उन्हें कास्ट करते हैं जो सबको कास्ट करते हैं।
Today's guest, you can say, behind the scenes matchmakers. He is the casting director of many gem films like Ludo, Lunchbox, Special Ops, Hotel Mumbai, and many more international projects as well. If you have loved actors' performances in these films, the chances are really high that this guy has seen the talent much before we did. So please welcome the man himself, Mr. Shubham Gaur. Mr. Shubham, very, very welcome in our studio. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you for a lovely introduction.
You know, you deserve it.
I hope I do. Yeah.
Yes. सबसे पहले तो मैंने अपने दर्शकों को ये बता दिया है. So you have been part of so lovely films. So I want your insights. मेरठ से मुंबई स्टार्ट करते स्टार्ट से. How did it happen?
So I think 2008 is when I came to Bombay. मेरठ मेरा पूरा schooling मेरठ से ही हुआ है. And I was born in Delhi. But I was brought up in Meerut, and then Meerut was like a very extremely lovely.
For your kind information, I'm also from Meerut. I was born
Really?
in Meerut. Yes.
Wow, that's a very interesting thing. I think makes it more. I think you would then understand what I'm talking about.
Yes.
So I think the entire schooling time, I think I had the loveliest time of my life because. As rigid and as open and as weird and all over the place that Meerut is. At the same time, I think I was blessed with parents that I had who were extremely supportive from the beginning. My mother is a Hindustani classical vocalist, Ragini Pratap. Pandit Jagdish Mohan was my nanu, who was also a prodigy of Kirana Gharana. was a representative of किराना घराना। तो मेरे घर में शुरू से ही हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल संगीत का माहौल रहा है।
Yes.
तो एक क्या होता है ना कि आप जब बहुत छोटे शहरों में होते हो और जिस तरीके की कंपनी होती है तो उस चीज़ से एक और चीज़ हमें मेरे जो खासतौर पे मेरी माँ उन्होंने बहुत ध्यान रखा कि मेरी भाषा थोड़ी साफ रहे। क्योंकि
The most important factor. और आप मेरठ से आए तो मतलब यूपी की लैंग्वेज इज लाइक
तो आप लहजा और स्लैंग्स तो बड़ी जल्दी पकड़ लेते हैं छोटे शहरों में बिकॉज आप वही एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं। बट एक चीज होती है कि आपका जो उच्चारण है शब्दों का, चाहे वो हिंदी में हो, उर्दू में हो या अंग्रेजी में हो, वो साफ सुनाई देना बहुत जरूरी है। सो आई वॉज ब्लेस्ड विद सम लवली टीचर्स. माई मदर, एवरीबडी वॉज वेरी वेरी पर्टिकुलर as to like essentially for the fact that you have to sound very very clear whenever you speak.
Exactly. Yes.
And later on, I think when you grow up, you can always learn a lot of things with your experience. So yeah, I finished my schooling and then straight came to graduation to do my graduation in journalism and mass communication from Amity University.
Yes.
And वो decision बहुत ही conscious था. Because my father wanted me to go into the business in the corporate field, and I think from the time I remember, I think I always was obsessed with films. And एक घर में एक atmosphere create किया हुआ था.
Till that time, you were sure that you want to come to Mumbai?
I think I was
for that?
sure when I was in 8th class, in 8th standard, that I wanted to come to Bombay.
Oh.
So टीचर पढ़ा रही होती थी और हम स्कूल के बाहर जो है विंडो के बाहर पेड़ पे देख रहे होते थे और ये देखते थे कि यार बॉम्बे कब जाने को मिलेगा. तो तब से ये था.
Was there any restrictions at your home कि नहीं मुंबई क्योंकि छोटे शहर में सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है. We'll come later on this topic.
नहीं बिल्कुल एक फादर के दिमाग में तो एक रहता ही है क्योंकि वो बहुत ही अलग स्वरूप से आए थे. वो एक छोटे से गांव से आए थे तो उन्हें लगता था कि बच्चा अगर इंजीनियर बनेगा या डॉक्टर बनेगा या फिर एक MNC में काम करेगा तो ही वो सफल है. बट ऐसा होता नहीं है. Whatever you're doing, you have to be really obsessed with it. Like if a engineer is doing mechanical engineering, then he has to be obsessed with machines, right? He has to sleep, breathe, everything has to do with that. And similarly, the atmosphere that was there in my house, that was created, that even if I had, like, let's just say a bad performance in my school or in my one of my exams, so my mother used to still take me out to see a movie. She used to still feel that, let's try better next time. So they were never disheartened. They obviously were disappointed, but they always told me to do better next time.
So why didn't you think of doing something in like music? Because you had that the bad background, your mother, the classical background.
So I think when I was growing up, I pretty much every second day I was hearing my mother going to Mathura or to Ayodhya, to Vrindavan, to Bombay, to Delhi, to go and perform live concerts. She was a professor in a degree college. But she used to also perform at various places. I used to go, and from the age of 6 or 7, I started performing on stage as a singer. And when I reached my 11th standard in school, I formed a band and we started performing. So from, I think, my 11th standard up until my final year of college, I performed a lot with my band. And I thought probably this is also something that can go somewhere. But I think, and I finished my graduation, I gave a written exam for, I remember, for FTI and for Jamia. Didn't clear it, of course. Probably not smart enough then. And but I also at the same time had the clarity that I think this is the moment, this is the time that I need to go to Bombay. So I, without even thinking twice, I just took a train, came with my mother.
You completed your graduation?
Completed my graduation, came directly here. And a lot of my seniors also who were already working in Bombay as creative directors in television and films, they also were very, very helpful. But since I was just new out of the batch, nobody wanted to take somebody just new out of the batch.
Yes, that happens.
So I had to do a lot of internship. So I worked with NDTV. I worked at Doordarshan as a journalist, and then I also worked in Bombay in the film division. There was a channel called NDTV Imagine Showbiz back in those days, and I used
really
to write
famous
for them.
That time, yeah.
Yeah, I used to write for them, interned for them. But my timing in the first year and a half was very, very odd because the odd jobs that I was doing in those days weren't really taking me anywhere,
Okay.
And
it wasn't helping you at least getting in networking or something?
No networking. I was meeting celebrities, but I also didn't know how to communicate, right? You just knew.
Fresh from a small town.
Yeah. I was just a new bread out of the batch.
Yes.
And didn't know how to conduct myself, how to communicate. Obviously, with time, I realized that and I understood. And few people, I think in these year and a half, really helped me understand how to put myself across, like how to really communicate. And I think 2009 was the year. Recession happened all over the world, and I was one of those people who were about to get sacked. And I realized, and Chandrakant was this lovely human being in that place. Chandrakant ji, as everybody used to call him. He, after leaving the place, after leaving the NDTV organization, he helped me do a lot of voiceovers because for almost 6-7 months I didn't have a job. So on Saturdays, Sundays, I used to
So
do
you have a better vocal
yeah
quality,
to work
definitely.
on my voice and do something to earn. So Saturdays, Sundays, I used to do that, and on weekdays, I used to take my audio CDs to music producers,
That time
music
CDs,
directors.
yeah.
So there's somebody give me a scratch song to sing, right?
Hmm.
And I was also trying to reach out to writers who could help me assist them as a screenplay writer
Okay.
or a dialogue writer. And till that time, I never knew how to write a screenplay. I'm still kind of learning. But Kamlesh Pandey is very, very renowned, celebrated screenplay writer in our industry. So Kamlesh ji was conducting a workshop at Whistling Woods. And he conducted a workshop where someone like Hansal Mehta also took a break and was a part of that workshop as a student.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So we were like 6-7 of us who interviewed amongst so many people who got through that workshop, and we learned to write our first screenplay in those 3 months workshop. And it was very surprising for me to see Hansal sir because he's already made 3 really lovely films. So I asked him, sir, how come you are here? So he said that I'm just wanted to take a break and reevaluate, and you know. And soon after that, we saw Shahid, I think, and he was developing some really good scripts as well. And Ben Recchi is another director. He's a Indian director who directed stuff or written stuff in US. So he was also conducting that. Devyang Thakkar, who directed Jayesh Bhai Jordar, was a part of that screenplay workshop. So I met some lovely bunch of people, very, very inspiring people. And I left that place writing my first screenplay with a friend who was a senior. Unfortunately, that film halfway got shelved.
The very usual thing in Mumbai.
Yeah, got shelved, and I didn't get my opportunity. And again, I was out of work. This one fine day, very, very dramatically, it was raining, I remember. And a friend of mine called Parth Sharma, named Parth Sharma, he called me up and he said, YRF Yashraj Films has an opening of a casting assistant. I still distinctly remember because I never heard of this term, casting
A
assistant.
lot of people, I think, from the audience going through this podcast will definitely ask what exactly is casting director, because मतलब अगर हम बाहर जाते हैं from Bollywood, I think very few people would really understand what casting director is. So first of all, I would like you to introduce what casting director is, what he or she really does, what exactly it is.
देखिए, मतलब ये सवाल मुझे पिछले 16-17 सालों में रोज हर दूसरे दिन पूछा जाता है. खास तौर पे if I'm meeting a very common man, a normal common man, they have this misconception or confusion कि भाई हम exactly करते क्या हैं. तो मैं बहुत ही आसान शब्दों में उनको बताता हूँ कि देखो जी, हर कंपनी में एक HR होता है जिसका काम होता है एक सही इंसान को उस जॉब के लिए हायर करके उस गद्दी पे बिठाना. तो फिल्मों में भी ऐसा ही होता है कि हीरो हीरोइन के अलावा भी बड़े सारे किरदार होते हैं जिनके लिए उनका चयन करने के लिए हमारे जैसे लोगों को बुलाया जाता है, और उन लोगों को सही पर्सनैलिटी को उस किरदार में चयन करने के लिए हमारा चयन होता है, जिसे अंग्रेजी में कास्टिंग कहते हैं. So I think this is what we do. In simple words, I think this is what we do. We hire the correct personality or the correct person who's got the correct traits of becoming that part, and it's very closer to the director's vision as per the story. So that was the first time I heard casting assistant's word, and I asked him कि भाई ये क्या होता है. तो उसने बोला कि मैंने भी 2 दिन पहले ही ज्वाइन किया है, तू
मुझे भी नहीं मालूम है, चलो साथ में देखते हैं,
बट मजा आ रहा है, तू आ जा. सो आई सेड कि पैसे मिलेंगे क्या. बोला हाँ, ठीक ठाक पैसे मिलेंगे. सो आई वेंट एंड आई इंटरव्यूड, एंड भूमि पेडनेकर इंटरव्यूड मी. And obviously now we know Bhumi as a big star, but back in those days, I think she was assisting Abhimanyu Ray as a casting associate. And Abhimanyu Ray used to work in YRF those days, and he left, and that is where Shanu Sharma, one of the biggest casting people we know right now, she
Yes.
joined in. And Bhumi and Tanushree Sharma, these are two lovely women who were heading the TV division. And I and Parth Sharma were assisting these people. And I loved learning so much from them because they, like Bhumi, I think, is 3-4 years younger to me. And I thought that, you know, she's so young here. I think she's so good at her job. I think she knows exactly how to communicate.
She
how
must
to
be
talk.
working there for so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So which was lovely to see. Like, I didn't know, coming from a small town, I didn't know how to, like, okay, this is the way how you talk to people, no? How to be tactful, how to really get your work out to them.
Right.
So she really knew that art from that time, which is quite inspiring. With Tanushree and Bhumi both. And yeah, my main agenda to get inside a firm like Yashraj Film was to assist in film.
Exactly. Coming to Mumbai, जब मैं भी मुझे याद है कि पहली बार आए स्मॉल टाउन वाले जो लुक होता है ना यशराज का, when you cross that link road, you know that logo यशराज,
Correct.
you just feel a different feeling.
और आप जिस टाइम की बात कर रही हैं, मैंने तब तक मैं गया था आजीवासन हॉल, जो पुराना यशराज का ऑफिस हुआ करता था,
अच्छा.
तब तक मैंने वायरएफ स्टूडियो नहीं देखा था.
Okay.
तो उसका भी एक बहुत अलग एक्सपीरियंस था मेरा. 4-5 महीने काम करने के बाद मुझे बोला गया कि मैं वायरस स्टूडियो जाऊं कुछ ऑडिशंस दिखाने. जीजी फिलिप नाम के एक डायरेक्टर थे जिन्होंने माय वाइफ्स मर्डर डायरेक्ट की है. सो ही वाज डायरेक्टिंग दिस शो कॉल्ड खोटे सिक्के. एंड मैं उन्हें ऑडिशन दिखाने कुछ गया, और मैं गेट के अंदर गया, और मैं बस, आई थिंक आई वाज शॉक्ड to my core, because I realized that this is where all the big films, from Veer Zara to Dil To Pagal Hai, all these films have been made here. And what is fascinating, I think people who've been into YRF studios, there's this fascinating wall inside. जहाँ पे काला पत्थर से लेके वीर ज़ारा तक जितनी भी फिल्में हैं, उनके स्केचेस बने हुए हैं, पेंट किए हुए. तो वो बहुत ही, and it gives you goosebumps every time you see it. It gives you goosebumps that you're actually a part of a really big organization. So I entered, and I almost served the organization for almost a year and a half. Met from Yash Ji to Aditya Chopra to Habib Faisal, all big directors. And what was extremely lovely and overwhelming, that all these people spoke to me as if, you know, they were just constantly making me comfortable, which I wasn't really expecting, because I thought I'm just some guy working in their organization, which is huge.
But they respect.
Extremely lovely. यश चोपड़ा साहब मुझे ऐसे ही चलते हुए मिले थे. मैं एंटर कर रहा था और वो मुझे मिले थे.
Still, you were working inside the Yashraj. You find it really difficult to switch your job
Yes.
from assistant casting director to assistant director.
Which really pissed me off also at the same time. While I was extremely grateful of the opportunity, it really kind of got me off guard. That why I thought they needed me to serve more, I guess.
So you liked your work as a casting director. Maybe they didn't want you to leave that job.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I felt that there's so many ADs and interns on one particular film. I thought it wasn't really difficult for anybody to get me at least an intern job.
Yeah, and of course you're
and
working.
I was pretty good at what I did, and I knew that I could learn faster. But I was very young and very naive, and I just left the place. I did my first solo trip in life. And I traveled, I think, all over, like from Bangalore and all places around Goa and all by myself. And I realized that during that time, Seher Latif, my mentor, she called me. And she said that I am Seher Latif, and I'm a casting director, and I'm working on a film, Monsoon Shootout, and I want you to help me with the casting. Somebody from YRF only recommended your name. And I was like, really? Somebody from YRF recommended my name? And it's like, I said that I left the place and I really enjoyed it a lot, but I want to assist on films. She's like, I don't know when that is going to happen, but I have an opportunity now for you.
You knew her before this?
I never knew her. So, and also back in those days, I didn't have a tendency of really googling people. So I was speaking to her without knowing anything about her, and I said, I'm on a holiday. Can I call you back? And I kept the phone down. And she called me back again. She said, Shubham, I'm sending you an IMDb link. Check it out. And then
उसके
call
बाद
me
फोन
back.
रखना.
And I was like, what is that even? I just saw, and I saw Eat, Pray, Love, Zero Dark 30, and all these really cool films.
छोड़ो holiday
I
बाद
was
में
like, wow,
करेंगे.
how did I just speak to her? And I just called her back, and I'm really sorry for my behavior. But I don't know how to help you right now because I'm on a holiday. So I'll be coming back to Bombay after a week. She's like, but the thing is that there's a sense of urgency. I have to finish the supporting of that film. Can you suggest me some actors? I said, whatever I have on my phone, I'll help you out. And I sent her some stuff, and it kind of worked.
Okay.
And I forgot after a week, and I came to Bombay, and almost maybe one more week passed. And again, she called me and she said that, Shubham, I'm Seher. I said, oh, yes, what happened? Did you get your thing done? She's like, yeah, thank you so much. You'll get a credit for it, and I want you to come and meet me. I said, okay, what is it for? I said, there's another project I want you to talk to you about. And I said, where do I have to come? She said, so you have to come to Anurag Kashyap's office. After Anurag Kashyap, I didn't hear a word. I said, okay, Anurag
Let's
Kashyap's
go.
office. Let's go. Maybe I'll get to see him. And to my fortune, the first person I met was Anurag Kashyap, right outside his office. This is exactly the time when the Gangs of Wasseypur just kind of got finished, or yeah.
It was released?
No, it wasn't
Okay.
released, but it was
Knew
getting.
about that was
Yeah, I was. तो कॉलेज में हम लोग ना हमने 5 और ब्लैक फ्राइडे देखी थी, and we all, I think most of us became very obsessive with that. What is this kind of filmmaking?
हाँ,
यार
it
ऐसा
was,
तो
हाँ, मतलब बिल्कुल वो कन्वेंशंस जो चल रहे थे,
हाँ।
कन्वेंशनल सिनेमा अगर हम बात करें,
हाँ,
तो हिज फिल्म मेकिंग मतलब ब्लू द माइंड, द वे ऑफ टेकिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, तो वो मतलब उसी नाम से ही जाने जाते हैं.
correct. And then I never saw someone like Nawaz. I never saw KK behaving, acting
Yeah.
like that. So many other actors, even like the entire 20-24 guys जो bomb plant करते हैं, वो सभी इतने मजेदार actors हैं. That's perhaps the only film where you'll see, I mean, Imtiaz Ali also acting like for a frame or two.
Yeah.
तो बड़े सारे सरप्राइजेज और बड़े बड़े अच्छे अच्छे एक्टर्स. और काफी सालों बाद मुझे पता चला कि उस फिल्म की कास्टिंग के पीछे गौतम किशन चंदानी थे.
अच्छा.
बहुत कमाल के और बड़े रेप्यूटेड कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर हैं. तो ये तब से हैं जब कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर वर्ड एग्जिस्ट भी नहीं करता था हमारी इंडस्ट्री में. सो मैंने वो फिल्म देखी, और मतलब कोइंसिडेंस ऐसा हुआ कि मैं उन्हीं के ऑफिस गया, और पहला शख्स जो मुझे मिला वो अनुराग कश्यप था.
स्टार
ऑफ कोर्स मैं कुछ 4 सेकंड तो मैं कुछ बोल ही नहीं पाया उनको देख के, क्योंकि वो ऑफिस से बाहर निकल रहे थे और मैं ऑफिस में एंटर कर रहा था. एंड मैंने उन्हें बोला, हेलो सर, आई एम अ बिग एडमायरर ऑफ योर वर्क. बोलते, तो आप यहाँ काम करने आए? मैंने कहा, हाँ सर, मुझे बुलाया गया है, सहर लतीफ़ ने बुलाया. बोलते, ऑल द बेस्ट यार, करो अच्छे से इंटरव्यू करो, होपफुली आप यहाँ काम करोगे. एंड कहाँ से हैं आप? मैंने कहा, सर मैं मेरठ से हूँ और यहाँ फिल्मों का हिस्सा बनने आया हूँ. तो बोलते, फिल्मों का हिस्सा क्या होता है, मतलब राइटर डायरेक्टर क्या? मैंने कहा, नहीं, मैं अभी तो कास्टिंग के लिए मिलने आया हूँ, बट होपफुली कभी लिखना चाहूँगा, डायरेक्ट करना चाहूँगा. बोले, वेरी गुड, ऑल द बेस्ट. फिर हाथ मिलाया और निकल गया. And I think very overwhelmed I was. I was smiling all through inside, going, yeah, Anurag Kashyap se mil liya. And I met Seher Lateef, and she came and we greeted, and then she gave me a check. And I asked her, why are you paying me? What is this for? She's like, you helped me out. I said, but I wasn't physically there to help you out. I just suggested some names. So she said, no, but you still took out time on a holiday and still suggested some names.
But still there's wonderful people
And
there.
ऐसा कुछ मैंने एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया था पिछले
Yeah.
2.5 सालों में. मुझे लगा कि यार who is this person who's paying me for not being there? Just suggested some names. And I was very grateful. I saw
कि मुंबई
somebody.
में आप काम करने के बाद आपको पेमेंट के लिए
Yeah.
दौड़ना पड़ता है.
I met somebody with some ethic
Yeah.
and some principle, and I was like, this is such a well-spoken woman. You know, she's so nice, and she actually paid me for something which I don't deserve, I guess. And then she told me that we're making a film called Dabba. Back in those days, Lunchbox was called Dabba.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what is this film about? It's like, it's a love story. The director is Ritesh Batra. It's his first feature, and you know, where it's on the Dabba Walas of Bombay. It's somewhere dedicated to them. So I didn't understand. It was very confusing, but I was very intrigued to read the screenplay.
Some kind of documentary or
Yes,
something.
it felt like a documentary.
Yeah.
The way she spoke to me about it, and I read the screenplay. I was stunned, and I was like, "What did I just read? What is this beautiful thing? Like, what are these conversations?" And soon after, the entire process of the film was also very, very overwhelming, because till date, I mean, after even so many years, in 2025, last 10, 12 years also, 13 years also, I've not have had any experience closer to the casting process of what Lunchbox was.
So can you just take us to the casting process of Lunchbox? Because it was very much, I would say, a very unconventional film. And the casting also, and I must think कि वो casting process भी, it would be something, क्योंकि वहाँ पे हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा very commercial artist नहीं देखते हैं.
Yeah. Because अभी अगर आप देखें फिल्म के अंदर इरफान सर, नवाज भाई और I think Nimrit's casting essentially was, if I remember clearly, she was doing a play that time, and Seher suggested Nimrit's name, and I think probably Ritesh saw some play with her, and I think then, you know, these guys got talking, and there wasn't any audition for it, which I found very odd, which was because I think these three people were already there, and it took time for Irfan sir to come on board.
Okay.
Yeah, because Nawaz Bhai was also almost there on the film, and rest of the casting, because when I read the film, I think only like 7-8 characters were like, you know, they had conversations. Rest of the
Dialogue parts basically.
Yeah, and then I saw some, you know, day players who don't have dialogues but have significant stuff to do. Like, so I thought probably all these are juniors, यार, इनको क्या casting करनी है?
आप सोच रहे थे कि आधी casting हो गई है और dialogues हैं नहीं, तो casting किसे करनी है?
तो छोटी फिल्म है, इसमें तो ज़्यादा casting का काम नहीं है. There was Nawaz's wife, which was played by Shruti Bapna, and some chotu characters. Denzel Smith is a theatre actor, fantastic actor, so he was a part of it. So इनको मिलके हो गई थी more or less. Then Seher and Ritesh told me that, you know, we are looking for these kids, and there's this family opposite Irfan Khan's house, you know, who sits across. We'll see them from a window only. But it's very important that they should look like a clan. There are these two kids who are singing in the train, you know, Pardesi Jana Nahi, which was Anurag Kashyap's, I think, if I remember correctly, it was his suggestion to get those kids. Then there's an entire family clan of Nawaz's, you know, the girl he marries. उसका पूरा एक family है जो डोंगरी में रहता है. Then the photographer who's clicking the picture. Then the painter who, you know, paints outside Irfan's office. So एक डब्बा वाला एक peon है.
So all these actors.
Characters.
You find actors.
These are real people.
Real people.
Yeah.
No, not actors.
No, nobody was an actor.
अच्छा.
So the guy who you see जो इरफान की टेबल पे डब्बा रखता है, उसका टिफिन रखता है, वो YRF का ऑफिस बॉय है.
Okay.
You know, so my brief from Seher was that, you know, take the camera, go and spend time with Dabbawalas, go and spend time with the boys in Bandra. Ranvar village is a place in Bandra. So you have to spend time with the families there for specific characters. Just capture them on camera and capture how they are as people. Capture their personality and bring them to me, and then we'll show it to Ritesh. So whoever you will like, he'll like the energy, will cast that person. So I feel that the trickiest thing that we'd done in that film, which I'd love to talk about, is these two kids जो गाते हैं परदेसी परदेसी जाना नहीं. Now these kids are from Mumbai, the central line of Bombay.
मतलब एक्चुअली वो लोग ट्रेन में गाते हैं.
हाँ, तो उनका वो चढ़ते कैसे, मुंब्रा से आते हैं मलाड, मलाड से जाते हैं कोलाबा. तो अब क्या है कि हमको अंधेरी से उनको पकड़ना था. अब वो किस डिब्बे में बैठते हैं ये बाहर बैठ के तो पता नहीं चलेगा. आपको गेज करना पड़ेगा कि आवाज कहाँ से आ रही है, और उस डिब्बे में घुसना पड़ेगा कैमरा लेके. सो आई थिंक द एसोसिएट आशीष, मी and a few, like for 3-4 of us, we used to stand outside alternate dabbas
and coordinate
कि किधर से आवाज आ रही है, and then we would like get inside that dabba. Fortunately, after a week and a half, we found the right dabba where they used to, because every morning it was a different dabba. So we found the right dabba, and then we got inside, we captured how they were singing, we spoke to people around them, and then we spoke to them. So while on our way back, we went to their house to speak to their parents, that whether can we get these kids to act in our film. So convincing these people, and then finding an entire clan in Nawaz's family, because the direction was very clear from Ritesh's side that I want a family who lives together, like 17-18 people living under the same roof.
Actual family. Okay,
These
so you
are
need to
real
find a family who have 17-18 members there.
Within the same family.
Oh my God.
So I was told that, Bishti Mohalla and in Dongri, you will find families.
So bade
like that.
families. Yeah.
So fortunately, I met somebody who knew somebody in Meera Road. So I went to Meera Road. So from all...
So I just want to know कि what was the exact effect of this कि जैसे normally हम लोग जितने भी films shoot करते हैं, so we cast individually and make the families. ऐसी ही फैमिली क्यों खोजना है? बिकॉज मतलब कि ऐसा देखा जाए तो उनकी जो फैमिली थी, उनकी आई थिंक कि जो नमाज की शादी हो रही थी उनकी फैमिली की बात कर रहे हो आप. सो व्हाट वाज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दैट कि ऐसी ही फैमिली चाहिए? यू हैव एनी इनसाइट ऑन दैट?
आई फील, आई मीन नाउ दैट आई सी इट फ्रॉम आफ्टर सो मेनी इयर्स, आई फील ही वाज it was his vision. Probably a normal common man will not understand it, or will probably उसको शायद notice भी नहीं करेगा उस चीज को. But when you see a clan who've been living under one roof for so many years, you see, it comes across as a unit, and it's very evident on screen, like that being a part of that one unit also like comes across very evidently on screen. And
maybe I feel कि मतलब उनका ये विजन हो सकता है कि वो एक जैसे दिखने भी चाहिए, like they should really
probably, I mean
look
that also comes from the fact that अगर एक ही फैमिली होगी तो सब एक दूसरे से दिखेंगे फेस कट वैसा ही होगा, तो वो तो है ही. बट आई थिंक कास्टिंग ऑल दीज रियल पर्सनैलिटीज मेड सो मच सेंस, because even though these are day players, if you would have gotten an actor who probably does a 1-day player or 2-day player जिनका डायलॉग्स नहीं है, हर एक्टर को ना अगर उसका डायलॉग भी ना हो, उसको एक चाहिए होता है कि यार मैं कुछ एक मार्क छोड़ के जाऊं, चाहे वो वॉक हो या कुछ ऐसा मैं कर दूं जिसकी जरूरत नहीं, की
कोशिश करता है,
जिसकी जरूरत नहीं होती है हर फिल्म के अंदर. सो I think it was
maybe a director's
vision. He was a genius to
ऐसा.
actually think like that. And my understanding of casting also changed. I thought if I ever get stuck, I think this is also one way I would want to go. But again, this whole process goes from film to film also.
Yes, and director's vision changes according to the project as well.
But soon after Lunchbox, I think I met Trishan on a film called $1 Million Arm.
Yes.
And since then, I think it's been almost 15-16 years. We've been casting together for a very long time.
Under Trishan and Shubham Casting Agency.
Still 2015-16, I think we worked with Seher for almost 5-6 years and done some fabulous projects. And 2016 is 15 or 16. I told him that let's do something by ourselves. Let's form something. Let's make a company and start casting by ourselves. Let's go independent. And he was very unsure of it in the beginning, because you know, when you work for somebody for so long, आपको ये लगता ही है कि यार, I think, you know, you just, how do I communicate it to this person?
The time when you know that you have a very good rapport with the person.
Yeah.
मतलब अगर खराब है तो you can always walk out. But if you are sharing a good relationship with your boss or the team
Yeah,
members,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
hardest part to communicate, I guess.
And I feel, I mean, Trishan was more emotionally invested with Seher. I really am grateful to Seher and whatever she's taught me.
Yeah.
But I feel we both feel we are better men because of her. I mean, coming from smaller towns and our understanding of society, of sexes, of things, of the world, she really shaped us up. And there are good things and bad things to each person. So she was lovely with us, and we only saw the good things in her. We focused on seeing the good things in her. And she wanted to be a producer later. She became the producer.
Okay.
And we lost her a couple of years, which we all, we still are, you know, sometimes it just moves us. We don't know how to react to our beautiful times that we've had with her. And 16 was the year where we formed the film. Although I did my first film, Waiting, independently, I think a couple of years before that. Because I got like a window where I got an opportunity where I could cast a film like that. And I needed money, and I thought, this is great. I can get myself an independent casting designation here. And Waiting became my first film, which was directed by Anu Menon. And all female HOD crew, which was my first time working with a lot of HODs, and had the best time working on that film. And then we formed our company. It was initially called Indian Casting Company.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
we thought about it, but I think there was some name copyright issue or
Okay.
something. So we thought of so many names, and we only
And,
could come up. We decided कि यार
अपना ही नाम रखते हैं.
अपना ही नाम से करते हैं, and then eventually that happened. So this was so far pretty
Your
much
journey.
what it is.
So अभी तक के इतने सारे projects में which project was the hardest to cast for? मतलब कि बहुत problem हुआ. Lunchbox.
Lunchbox was sure. Hotel Mumbai was one of the toughest.
Is it?
One of the toughest, because finding these 10 boys, specifically the 5 who appear in the film, was a tough task, because a lot of boys were tested for it. Like almost 400, 500 boys were tested.
Oh my God. For the terrorist part, you're saying?
Yes, just the terrorist part. बाकी फिल्म की तो मैं बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
तो
उस
कितना टाइम
part-
लगा था for the casting?
Almost
projects?
साल भर.
Oh.
मतलब
तो इतना डेडलाइन अगर आपको डायरेक्टर दे रहे हैं साल भर तक तो ठीक है, बट बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स में डेडलाइन भी बहुत शॉर्ट होती है ना, लाइक
नहीं,
2
फिल्म
महीने
में से जैसे for 65 days schedule was shot in Adelaide, Australia. So उस schedule से पहले थोड़ा टाइम, फिर उसके अगले schedule से इंडिया में जब शूट हुई उसके बीच में थोड़ा टाइम. So ऐसे में विंडोज मिल रहे थे. But it was a very, very hard film to cast, because Anthony Maras, who's the director, he's a taskmaster. He was very, very clear as to what he needs, even if it's
he wouldn't settle for less.
yeah, even if there's a character which doesn't have a dialogue, he would go to somebody who's really, really good with his work. Like, even if it's just a reaction.
Okay.
So Anthony was damn good at what he did, and I think when I think these boys got shortlisted, like there were some 20 boys eventually out of these 300 boys shortlisted. So the entire day, for almost 2 days, he did workshop with them inside a room, which is a big hall. And from the morning, from say 11 till like in the evening, only time they would get to eat was 10-15 minutes in between. Once during their entire time. And he would improvise and give them situations that, as terrorists, if there are like dead bodies all over, I'm giving
How
you
would you
situations.
react?
How would you react? Somebody's got shot out of you. So various situations which were not in the film, which were not a part of the film, but just to create camaraderie, just to create.
क्योंकि because you know जब आप साइड पे चले जाते हो ना,
Yeah.
so there as a terrorist अगर आप कास्ट हो रहे हो, so there might be a lot of situations जो ऑर्गेनिक जाए, और मे बी डायरेक्टर्स के नजर से ये है कि
Yeah.
रिएक्शन वैसा मिलना चाहिए. You don't have the heart because you are shooting people.
Yeah,
So maybe
and
for that purpose.
Primarily, most of the people, apart from Sohail Nayyar, most of the others, were new. Sohail did like Urta Punjab still, but others didn't do too much. They were not like trained in acting. So the vulnerability part really worked in their favor, because they were so naked in terms of, you know, revealing themselves and believing really in the fact that which was pure evil for the outside world. Because what happens often is when you're given a part of a terrorist or an evil person or somebody who's radicalizing different cultures or specific ones, people tend to play that character evil. You're not supposed to.
So that's you as a person. But that you don't
You
have
really
to act.
need to believe.
Yeah.
If the world sees you as evil, you don't see yourself as evil. You really believe in that cause.
Yeah, you believe in your thought process as a
Yeah.
positive thought process.
A militant or anybody
Yes.
really believes in what they're trying to do, and for them that's the ultimate truth, which is why they are able to play themselves so well.
But what I feel is कि जो हमारे इंडियन सिनेमा में whatever जो भी ऐसे टेररिस्ट के पार्ट्स दिखाए गए हैं, they have the dialogues accordingly.
Correct.
I mean, like very few people कि हम ऐसा ये कर देंगे वैसा कर देंगे. Very few writers, I guess, they have the dialogue something कि हम लोग अच्छा कर रहे हैं. We are doing a positive thing. And like we as a person, मतलब हम लोग भी यही सोचते हैं ना कि अगर ये सोचे कि हम गलत कर रहे हैं, then they are not doing it whatever.
Correct.
So they have been trained like that. मतलब through some evil
Yeah.
आदमी उनके पीछे होंगे. That कि this is कि you know direct ticket to heaven.
Correct.
So उनको वो feed किया जाता है. So that way you have to feel as an actor कि so I am very positive. These are evil people. They
Yeah.
have that thought process कि
Yeah.
हम यहाँ attack करने आए हैं. You are a bad person.
Like they've done bad to me and my people. Now it's my time to do
My
that to
time.
them.
So I am doing good. I am doing whatever. So that also मुझे लगता है कि as an actor, so you have to prepare your story
Yeah.
backwards.
Like most times, I think when we test for evil characters, we specifically brief actors that don't
Act.
play them bad.
Yeah.
Just really believe in what you're reading or what is given to you. Really believe in that. Just be very truthful to what you're speaking on camera. Just don't enact it out, because half the work is already done on the text, right? You don't really need to enact it out. You just need to behave it and let it flow. So that, and I think Hotel Mumbai, Special Ops, and again casting 4 more shots was again very
So you have
tricky.
casted the leads also or the supporting cast?
So some of them were already done, like Bani and Kirti. Shayani was like, you know, something that we thought of. Then someone like Neil Bopalam, someone like this guy, you know, someone like Pratik Babbar, Neil Bopalam.
So you got
So
them.
all these people, in fact, Neil's test was fantastic, I think. All these people they brought so much value to the whole thing. And then I think Ludo was fantastic. Ludo was again a benchmark for me and
Yes.
Trishan. We got the opportunity to work with Anurag Basu, who's a genius in its own right. And I think the kind of films he's made, like till today, I don't know how fortunate and how I got lucky to be on the same film working where he's directed. He created something. Eventually, it was all Dada's only. It was his choices. We were just kind
His
of
choices of actors. So
his
what
choices. We were just kind of following what he was.
all the actors or the
Everybody,
the primary?
even like आप पंकज जी का पूरा जो गैंग देखेंगे ना, so उनका ऐसा होता है कि he'll just tell you to, you know, get me your brief.
So you're saying that he's someone while writing, because he creates the world, we all know that. So उसी time पे he creates कि ये characters में. So he writes according to the characters. You know, a lot of
No, that also I feel, because he only knows what he's creating.
Yeah.
Most of the people around him don't know. He exactly know how to control and, you know, hold the whole set, and keep everybody on their toes. He exactly know what he's doing, which is why, and probably he's a genius cinematographer, editor. I think everything.
all in one. Yeah.
He exactly knows how to captivate people. Sometimes he'll shoot something, he'll not like it, then he'll reshoot that. So we'd recast that whole thing. ऐसा भी हुआ है. वो फिल्म पे हमने almost 2 साल काम किया है. तो कास्टिंग ऐसा नहीं कि 6 महीने 5 महीने में खत्म हो गई.
हाँ अभी जो
It
उनकी
kept
जो
on going
yes अभी जो
till the
उनके
time the film got
लाइफ इन मेट्रो के जो
Yes.
लाइफ इन दिनों आई है
जी,
सो
जी,
पंकज जी के मैं एक इंटरव्यू देख रही थी. हाँ वो आराम से शूट करते थे
जी,
अभी
जी.
अभी आराम से.
बिल्कुल. तो वो हम लोगों को शुरू में 4-5 महीने समझ नहीं आया कि ये क्या हो रहा है.
हाँ
But as the time progressed, we understood probably this is his way of working. You know, he sometimes and he's like a very childlike energy he has. He's passionate again about food. He's very passionate. The tastiest food I've had in Bombay was in his office,
हाँ
in YRF's office. And these are few places I've had some lovely food. And even the girl who's opposite Abhishek Bachchan, like Inayat Verma, I think is her name. So Inayat is from Punjab, and her brief was that I think Dada was in the room, and we were told that she's a she's a girl in a garden, and you're a stranger. Like you just go and like speak to her, and tell her that your parents are here, and your parents sent me that मैं आपको उनके पास ले जाने आया हूँ. तो वो है मतलब वो अब आपको कैसे वो कन्विंस करेगी कि उसको आपके साथ नहीं जाना है. तो वो कितनी बातें बनाता है वो सामने वाला बच्चा, इसके ऊपर पता चलेगा कि वो कितना अच्छा है, कितना शाना है. सो इनायत वाज सो गुड एट इम्प्रोवाइजिंग. So a lot of people sometimes he used to suggest and some supporting tertiary के लिए हमें introductions भेजते थे. उनमें से उनको कोई पसंद आता था तो वो मिलते थे उससे. So he comes from that line where he would meet people more. Testing वगैरह बहुत ही rarely होता
उनके इसमें क्योंकि हर डायरेक्टर्स का एक अलग प्रोसेस होता है. कनेक्ट वो एक हुआ कि दे दिया ब्रीफ दे दिया, कास्टिंग टीम उनकी काम करेगी एंड देन ही विल सिट फॉर द शॉर्टलिस्टिंग एंड द फाइनलाइजेशन.
जैसे मधुर भंडारकर जी हैं. मधुर भंडारकर जी के साथ हमने इंडिया लॉकडाउन की. So he also doesn't believe in testing, auditioning a lot. He'll just probably see, the previous work, उससे वो gauge कर लेंगे and then he'll meet the actor.
So earlier जितनी भी फिल्म्स हुआ करती थी, like अगर मैं बहुत पहले जाऊँ 40-50 साल पहले 90s से भी पहले की बात, तो वहाँ पे उस टाइम पे there was no testing. एक बार लॉन्च किसी ने कर दिया and then previous work देखा and they'll do that. आज के ज़माने में मुझे लगता है कि जो फेमस भी हैं बहुत काम भी करते हैं still they want कि नहीं टेस्ट करो. मतलब अगर कुछ डायरेक्टर्स को आप हटा दिया जाए.
पहले हुए तो मैंने भी पढ़े हैं काफी सारे लोगों के जैसे टेस्ट हुए हैं बड़ी बड़ी फिल्मों में, बट डायरेक्टर्स को चुने हुए 3 या 4 लोगों के स्क्रीन टेस्ट होते थे.
किस कैरेक्टर के लिए क्या
स्टूडियोज बुक होते थे उन स्क्रीन टेस्ट के लिए और कैमरा वगैरह लगाए जाते थे, बड़े कैमरा. अभी तो क्या है हैंडी कैम पे हो जाता है सब. तब तो प्रॉपर स्टूडियो बुक होते थे एक छोटे से ऑडिशन के लिए. तो हुआ है, ऐसी चीजें भी हुई हैं, बट अब चीजें बदल गई.
बहुत जेनरिक हो गई ना, कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर्स, कास्टिंग एजेंसीज तो बहुत ज्यादा.
Everything is now structured. I think since 2012 till 2025, things are more structured now. People exactly know there are a few casting directors who do films and web. तो उन तक जाना कैसे है. TV के अलग set of people हैं.
So you have casted for TV ever?
नहीं, मैं 2-3 बार ऐसा हुआ, but 2-3 shows that we worked on.
ये यशराज की जो TV sections थे उसमें?
नहीं, not those. Those came on Sony and those were YRF TV shows. There were a couple of shows for different channels that we worked at. आधे में ही वो शो बंद हो गए. मतलब जाने से पहले ही, शूटिंग पे जाने से पहले ही वो शो बंद हो गए, तो वो चीजें नहीं वर्कआउट हुई. So fortunately, unfortunately, we've been a part of films and web.
So what do you think? Fortunately or unfortunately? अगर वो workout हो जाता तो आप TV पे होते.
See, मैंने दोनों बार जो काम किया ना TV में, वो मुझे नहीं पसंद आया. Both the times. क्या reason था? I feel like what happens is that you don't really have a lot of say. Like,
so you have say in films and series.
Yeah, of course. Now after working for so many years, I can say this in films
for so many years.
With some directors. Like, see, some directors are very sure. Like, जैसे अनुराग सर को हमेशा से पता है कि उनको क्या चाहिए. So you as a team member are just following his lead. I think most directors do, but some directors give you that opportunity also कि भाई तुम्हारे दिमाग में क्या, चलो तुम बताओ. अगर मुझे एक्साइटिंग लगा तो मैं ले लूंगा. तो उनमें से एक नाम है अनुराग कश्यप कह रहा हूँ, नीरज पांडे.
मैं वही पूछने वाली थी. You have
जी.
worked with him for
जी.
I think more than 6-7 films, 6-7
Yeah.
projects,
6-7
I guess.
projects, yeah.
So how was your experience working with
So
him?
I was, I think, on
So how did you get the opportunity?
college,
first of
or
all?
I think college, I think, when I saw Wednesday. And all of us are great fans of that film, you know. सभी उनको बहुत एडमायर करते हैं, उनके क्राफ्ट को बहुत एडमायर करते हैं. और ना ज़्यादा मैं कभी पढ़ता नहीं था उनके बारे में, ज़्यादा आता नहीं था उनके पर्सनल लाइफ के बारे में, या
अभी
जैसे
भी मुझे लगता है कि
किसी
he's
को
not a
नहीं
very
पता.
media person.
So the mystery about him is always used to intrigue me, that you know, this man makes the most coolest films and the coolest projects. Who is he? Like, you know. And I followed him, and one of my seniors and my, like, you know, sister also, she's my Raki sister, so she used to assist. Sugandha is her name, and she used to assist in on Special 26 and Bedunam Shavana and Baby.
Acha.
So she told me, like, you know.
So till that time you were in casting already.
I was casting, but I was casting for Seher that time. I was an assistant associate with her, and I obviously closely followed her. She worked on films like Pa and Special 26. तो मैं बहुत इंट्रीग हुआ जब उसने मुझे बोला कि स्पेशल 26 पे मैं काम कर रही हूँ. मैंने कहा यार, कैन आई जस्ट कम ऑन सेट समडे? शीज लाइक, आई डोंट नो, बट I'll check it out. अब हुआ भी, कुछ ऐसी चीजें हुई, होते होते रह गई, नहीं वर्कआउट हुआ. When Trishan and I started working independently, I think around 2018, towards the end, I started following up. I got to know that Sir's associate, Raghav, who used to meet most people outside the organization for work and opportunities, I started following up with him.
Okay.
And there weren't really opportunities that time. And so I followed for good 7-8 months. And fortunately, Hotel Mumbai's trailer and Four More Shots trailer came around the same time, in 2019, early sometime. And, or 18, I believe, towards the end or early 2019. So I sent it to him. And I think a day or two later, he told me that Neeraj sir wants to meet you. And I just could not believe that, okay, we'll actually meet him. So we met him for a different project then.
Okay.
But then I think a day or two after speaking to us and listening to our ideas, he said that there's another show that we're doing called Special Ops, and you know, you should come and do it. And we were thrilled, and we got to know, and that KK sir is headlining the project, and we were already excited. So we were told that apart from KK sir, everything
Is new.
even KK sir's idea he had, but then we presented some names, and then KK sir was by default in it.
Okay.
So they said this, we are on the same page. I think KK sir is what we're going for. And then the cast of the entire agents and, you know, the villain, everything started. So that was very, very liberating, because here was somebody who was asking us to cast like for leads. You know, you don't really, very few projects you get the opportunity to cast
the
leads. And
Mostly मुझे लगता है कि ये producers और directors का ही call हो जाता है.
Which is fine. I think each to his own. You know, every producer and director.
वो commercial angle भी देखते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें भी.
बहुत सारे कारण है ना. अब देखिए, मतलब आपकी फिल्म पर आप कोई भी, आपको सोचने का ये पूरा आ गया कि आप किसी को कास्ट करोगे तो क्या अगर वो फिल्म थिएट्रिकल है तो वो क्या एक्टर मेरे बॉक्स ऑफिस पे टिकट्स बेचेगा क्या? तो कुछ लोग वो एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लेते हैं कि किसी नए इंसान को लेके हम पिक्चर बनाते हैं.
अभी मतलब पहले अगर आप बात करें तो पहले बहुत रिस्क लेते थे प्रोड्यूसर्स.
बिल्कुल.
बिकॉज ये अब मुझे लगता है कि इट्स प्रोड्यूसर्स कॉल्स एनीमोर, बिकॉज योर कॉर्पोरेट एंड एवरीथिंग हैज इन्वॉल्व्ड. तो इसके चक्कर में, क्योंकि क्या आपके पैसा तो हमेशा ऐसे लगता था फिल्म्स में, तो उस टाइम पे भी सारे जितने भी लॉन्चेस हुए होंगे, सारी चीजें होंगी कि दे यूज्ड टू टेक रिस्क, दे हैड दैट विजन एंड दे हैड दैट बिलीफ. बट नाउ दीज डेज यू विल सी कि बहुत रेयरली, मतलब थिएट्रिकल में लॉन्चेस, हीरो बड़ा लेंगे, हीरोइन को आप नए ले सकते हो. आप देखो कितने हीरो लॉन्च करते हैं.
What is happening that OTT, perhaps that that might work. On celluloid, still it doesn't. You really need a solid hit like 12th Fail to get a Vikrant Massey like bigger roles. You know,
Yeah.
he's a damn good actor, and from the beginning, not
From the
because
beginning,
he
12 Sail से पहले भी there
Yeah.
Haseen Dhulruba and मतलब he has shown his
Even
talent
Mirzapur,
on
he was
Mirzapur.
fantastic, right?
So everyone loved him from them, but still he finds it difficult for a theatrical film
yeah.
for himself all alone.
And all have struggled, like from Rajkumar Rao to Ayushman. All these people are fantastic actors, but they've, because of their choices, they've made themselves relevant in celluloid. And what is working on like OTT? If you see a show like Kohra, a show like Cat, a show like Kala Pani, you know, these are really audacious shows. And in regards to their leads also.
हाँ, so these are मतलब
These
ये
are newer,
experimental films.
fairly newer people, like
Yes.
newer actors. In terms of their OTT presence, because they've like Barun Sobti has done for a very long time. He's done television,
TV.
but
It's a TV face.
Kohra, he was just so good.
Hmm.
And so many, I think Kala Pani, there's this actor called Vikas Kumar who was in Arya and so many other shows, films and shows. I'd worked with him Khote Sike. That was, I think, his second gig after Powder, which was YRF shows. He was so good. And after, to see him in Kala Pani was just, I felt so happy that this is such a good journey, such a beautiful journey. And all these people, they're getting their opportunity now in 2025, 22, 20.
So you think कि because of the OTT, these actors are getting so much good opportunities?
Yeah, now you have at least 50, 55 people to, you know, take your like choices from. Before 2018 or 17, if you have to cast a film, you would only have not more than 20, 25 actors. लाइक जो जिसमें से आपके 8-10 नाम तो मेन है, मतलब तीनों खान, मतलब हमारे अक्षय कुमार, ऋतिक रोशन, यू नो सैफ अली खान, जो ए लिस्टर्स हैं, उनके बाद फिर जो बाकी के नाम हैं उनको मिला के आपके टोटल 20-25 लोग हैं. दैट्स नॉट अ गुड थिंग. सो ओटीटी, जब जहाँ ओटीटी के कुछ नुकसान भी थे, उसके कुछ फायदे भी थे कि
So we have seen the transition.
Yeah, the transition, and I feel the low, what we are going through right now, which started.
So why do you? My next question is that only. What is the main reason you think as a casting director? What is going really wrong these days? कि ये क्यों flop हो रही है? और definitely this question also aligns with the nepotism, also aligns with the star cast given multiple opportunities. ऐसे नाम तो बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स के हैं, बट एक रीसेंट नाम ले लेती हूँ मैं, जोया अख्तर की जो फिल्म आर्चीज आई, all star kid studded film. And with such a great banner, with such a great vision, मतलब उनके interviews and workshops, we have seen that she personally took the interviews and the auditions of all the star kids, but still and promotions. तो अब countdown हम लोग मुंबई में, और मुझे लगता है आप देख ही रहे थे countdown every day. We used to see that hoardings पे countdown 5 days. मुझे लगता है कि 6-8 महीने पहले से ही countdown start, and every day it was like a different kind of a PR promotional activity. और उसके अलावा जो promotions हुए तो वो अलग है. But still इतना कुछ होने के बाद भी, what was the reason you thought failed for the audience?
See, I mean, I've been fortunate to see, I think, people who are my contemporaries also. Like, you know, all the casting directors who are doing films in web. What we have witnessed is 2018, the rise of OTT started. It commenced from that, I think, around the same time. And it all changed when Sacred Games came.
Yes.
Everything changed when Sacred Games came. Like, everybody started talking about it. What did we just witness? Is this possible? There's so many good actors under one umbrella, and something really, really good also. Quality-wise, everything. It was like a whole package. We were fed something so unusual that we wanted more of it. And I think as 2019 happened and 20 happened, 2020, everything boomed.
And the main reason was COVID also.
कोविड ऑल्सो दैट वाज लाइक एक सोने पे सुहागा वाली बात हो गई कि थिएटर बंद हुए
मुझे याद
और
है उस
सबको
टाइम पे
आदत लग गई कि हाथ में फोन है या घर में
फोन है
है.
टीवी के वो लॉकडाउन में सबको चाहिए था कंटेंट. आई रियली रिमेम्बर कि उससे पहले जो लोग मतलब ओटीटी तो उस टाइम पे बहुत न्यू सीरीज
Correct.
एंड वेब फिल्म्स तो सीरीज के लेटर इट
Sure.
केम इन द मार्केट. मतलब एवरीवन वाज कॉलिंग एवरीवन यार वो ओटीटी का कुछ भी बना है दे दो.
Yeah.
एवरीवन जो भी मेकर्स वगैरह थे वो घर पे लोग बनाने लगे.
Correct.
मतलब एवरीवन कुछ तो दे दो. It was like that. So no, I was asking this question of failure.
Yeah. So I'm coming to that. What happened was that after watching shows like Arya, Special Ops, Sacred Games, so many other shows that got hit. अब इनमें बहुत सारे ऐसे शोज थे जो बहुत अच्छे कमाल के नहीं थे बट हिट हो गए. लाइक मिर्जापुर वाज सुपर्ब. लाइक मिर्जापुर के अलावा स्पेशल ऑप्स और इस तरीके के शो के अलावा बहुत सारे ऐसे शोज थे जो बहुत ही एवरेज कंटेंट था बट वो हिट हो गया क्योंकि लोगों के पास कुछ नहीं था देखने को.
कुछ नहीं था. हाँ.
तो अब उससे उनको आदत लग गई कि यार हम तो इतना अच्छा कंटेंट हम घर में बैठे देख रहे हैं, थिएटर में जाने की क्या जरूरत है. 21, 22, everything that came out, everybody loved whatever. But by 2022, I feel, what I realized speaking to people who are outside the industry, I feel that people start telling me कि यार content ना थोड़ा कमजोर होने लग गया है अभी. मतलब वो कुछ भी आ रहा है बस वो violence दिखाना है या thriller दिखाना है. तो genres were not also getting explored. Also for a lot of them, lighter चीजें नहीं बन रही थी. सब कुछ बहुत डार्क बन रहा है.
लाइट हार्टेड थिंग्स.
तो आप जहां भी देख रहे हो कुछ ना कुछ डार्क ही बन रहा है. तो कुछ भी लाइटर आपको देखने के लिए नहीं था. और बहुत सारी चीजें ना, एक तो बहुत सारी चीजें वी ट्राई एंड एम टू काइंड टेक वैल्यू फ्रॉम वेस्ट और फ्रॉम द सदर्न फिल्म इंडस्ट्री who are very close to their own cultures, to their own stories. So we were kind of going away from our own cultures and saying stories from our own lands. So suddenly जब कांतारा हिट हो गई ना तो सबको ये रियलाइज हुआ कि यार पैन इंडिया फिल्में या साउथ की फिल्में क्यों काम कर रही हैं, बिकॉज दे आर स्टिल वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग टू देयर कल्चरल रूट्स. दे आर स्टिकिंग टू देयर रूट्स एंड वी वर नॉट एबल टू. That suddenly a film like 12th Fail, when it worked last year, people started to realize that एक छोटी फिल्म अच्छे से कन्विक्शन से बनाई जाए तो लोग देखने आते हैं. या सैम मानेकशॉ जब बनी थी उसके ऑपोजिट जवान रिलीज हुई थी मेरे ख्याल में. जवान या डंकी रिलीज हुई थी, कुछ एक फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी और उस फिल्म ने 300-400 करोड़ कमा लिए थे और सैम मानेकशॉ ने बहुत ग्रेजुअली 100 करोड़ कमाए थे. एंड इट वाज गुड फिल्म. एंड जबकि जो लोग ये बोलते हैं कि जैसे एनिमल को बहुत बैकलैश मिला. हाँ, एनिमल रिलीज्ड, करेक्ट. एनिमल रिलीज हुई थी सैम मानेकशॉ के साथ. सैम बहादुर, करेक्ट. सैम बहादुर के टाइम पे अब बहुत सारे लोगों को ये था कि भाई एनिमल तो बड़ी वैसी है, इट काइंड people shouldn't propagate films like that and things like that. Now that film worked, Now there are people who were against it. Now all the people who were against it, आप वो फिल्म देखने क्यों नहीं गए सैम मानेकशॉ? ये ऑडियंस से भी मुझे लगता है कि अगर आप चाहते हो कि
उस टाइप के सिनेमा को प्रमोट किया जाए,
आपके दिमाग में है कि भाई आप एनिमल जैसी फिल्म नहीं देखना चाहते हो तो आपको सैम बहादुर जैसी फिल्मों को देखना जाना पड़ेगा.
प्रमोट कीजिए. 12th फेल इतनी अच्छी फिल्म थी बट स्टिल फेल्ड एट बॉक्स ऑफिस.
जो नंबर्स और मतलब बहुत सारे नंबर्स ले सकती थी वो, और मुझे लगता है डिजर्व्स लाइक अ 600 करोड़ 800 करोड़, बट वो वहां तक क्यों नहीं जाती? क्योंकि उसमें बहुत बड़ा स्टार नहीं है कोई. तो बट उस फिल्म के हिट होने से बहुत सारे फिल्म मेकर्स को एक एनकरेजमेंट मिला कि नहीं, ऐसी स्क्रिप्ट भी हम बना सकते हैं. अच्छी फिल्में अगर कन्विक्शन से बनाई जाएं तो क्यों नहीं चलेंगी. अब आपने आर्चीज के बारे में बोला था. आर्चीज प्रोबेबली ऑल्सो डिडंट वर्क बिकॉज इट्स very few small section of people have read Archies in the city world. In the smaller spaces, in the smaller cities of India, people don't know what Archies is. लोगों ने चाचा चौधरी पढ़ा है, बिल्लू पढ़ा है.
तो मतलब स्टोरी रिलेटिविटी की वजह से फेल हुई.
रिलेटिविटी बहुत बड़ा फैक्टर है. मुझे लगता है कि आप उससे रिलेट कर पाते हैं क्या. अब मैंने
बट अगर
जब
relativity
मैंने
की बात
सुपर बॉय
करें,
ऑफ मालेगांव देखी, I absolutely loved it. I said I've heard these guys' story when I was in college. There was a recollecting point from like
So,
there.
but again, there's a very small amount of people
Yeah.
जो relate कर सकते थे.
Probably why the film also didn't work.
Yes. तो नहीं मतलब फिल्म इज समथिंग कि ना हम रिलेटिविटी की बात करें तो अच्छी बात है, बट स्टिल मूवी इज समथिंग जो ऑडियंस को अगर अच्छी लगे तो वो एक फिक्शनल स्टोरी के तौर पे भी उसे देख सकते हैं, unless and until the story is really nice, unless and until you know the performances is nice. But what I have, because personally seen it, मतलब ऐसे बोलना नहीं चाहिए, but still I found the performance was really good. Have you seen it?
Which one?
Archie's.
Yeah. I mean, most actors were not. I thought they were not correct for the part.
Yeah.
I think there's this girl called. I think she's an artist also. She's a singer composer. Her name is Dot. In the film, and she was fantastic. She was, I think, perhaps the only actor I absolutely loved in the film.
And one
And I
geeky
actually
boy
called her.
also. And one geeky boy also.
Yeah,
I guess.
geeky boy
He was
also.
also very
These
nice.
two actors, in fact, I actually found their numbers and I called them. That you were fantastic in the film.
Oh, lovely.
I do that. Trishan and I both, we have a habit of, if we see something and we thought the actor was great, we try and text the person or call the person. And yeah, so I felt that now, since 2023, audience is now very, very particular, because as casting directors, we also saw like a fall in terms of the show that were getting commissioned in each network.
That's what I was going to ask. कि क्या हाल है इंडस्ट्री का?
मतलब अभी तो I would say that till last year in October, November, things was horrible because we were literally surviving through ad commercials. I mean, most of our content.
Ad industry is also, not working what it used to be in terms of commercials. Because they were digital ads.
It was, but I feel that they still kind of make stuff. They don't.
Sustainable है. Yeah.
Sustainable है.
Yeah.
और उस वजह से बहुत सारे लोगों के, हमारे जैसे लोगों के
घर चल रहे हैं.
तो उसका ये भी कारण है. मुझे लगता है कि फिल्म हमने लास्ट ईयर साल में 2 या 3 प्रोजेक्ट्स किए थे, या मे बी मोर, बट 2020, 21, 22, 2018, 19, or maybe before that, the amount of projects that would come is just insane. Now, inquiries बहुत आती हैं, काम की inquiries बहुत आती हैं, but very few of them, and like from last year, November, December, things have started to pick pace.
अच्छा.
Now, like whatever opportunities or inquiries that happened, कुछ तो हैं जो एकदम बन गई हैं. जैसे हमने we finished 4 more shots season 4, 4 more shots please season 4, and there's a Netflix feature that Neeraj Pandey is producing. So वो हमने की, और वो दोनों चीजें खत्म की हमने पैरेलली.
हाँ, तो कुछ जस्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं कि वो आए एंड बन गए.
हाँ.
एंड कुछ होते हैं कि पाइपलाइन में है.
हाँ.
ये इंडस्ट्री का सबसे फेवरेट वर्ड है.
हाँ. तो most of the projects that now are coming to us, either they are mounting projects or those are projects where things are going to happen, I think, in a couple of months. You do know that they're happening, that is for sure, but in the next couple of months the things are just stalling. So at least with us, with various casting directors, everything has their own, because everybody has like some clients जिनसे उनको काम आता रहता है, और सभी ने अपने
clients होते हैं. Then
हाँ, सबने अपने directors, production houses पकड़ रखे हैं और उनसे उनको काम आता रहता है. But it's just a matter of time. Sometimes they are also in a process of developing something which just gets made, and then you're just on floor 6 months down the line. So yeah, I feel it'll pick up, I think, in by the end of the year it should be fine.
कास्टिंग काउच, जैसे लाइक ब्रेड बटर की बात करते हैं, कास्टिंग काउच की भी बात करते हैं.
पूरा सरेंडर करना पड़ेगा. ये सब एक रेड अलर्ट पॉइंट है.
Current generation staff के you are really impressed with?
Nobody so far. Decent performance in a film.
No, decent
it's celebrated on a very different level.
Exactly.
Because we're celebrating mediocrity. जिनके एसोसिएट ने उनके सामने बोला था कि सर हम इस एक्टर को टेस्ट करेंगे, यार she has got like followers in millions. तो वो डायरेक्टर ने घूम के देखा उसकी तरफ और उनको बोला just get out of the room.